Switch. What's up, I'll my man? Look, I'm awake for the stream. Hey, I did end up streaming a little bit earlier. I don't know what time you wake up. If you're like a, are you a creature of the night nowadays? How you doing, my man? We got ourselves, what do we got? We got ourselves Crew. The man, the myth. Dude, something about the Bloodfang set on the rogue is so good. The pants don't quite fit, but the rest of it looks so good. I don't know what it is, man. The Bloodfang set. Are the Hellbars messed up? Hellbars are messed up. Oh no, they did not, dude. They did not mess up. The beta bug of Hellbars was brought to live realms. Okay, we'll have to go. No Hellbars. Wait, hold on. No Hellbars, right? No Hellbars. Crew blasted out by mad damage. Also, they changed up the trinket above their heads. It's not just blue. Some of it is red. Big death marker to Corbrax. Man got himself wall, big defenses, massive damage out of the rogue, which now has a Cloak of Shadows. Delayed up until later, letting the dots rot through Corbrax. Got himself a Cloak of Shadows. Still getting attacked by the portals. Corbrax trying to see if he closes the gap. Literally sprinting at the guy just to get back over there as fast as possible. The rogue does catch a reset. He does get plinked one time by a portal. Rain of Fire does not connect, man escape, and it doesn't even need an umbrella for this rain. Corbrax immediately sitting down for food. That was a lot of damage by the rogue. Immediate Garrote. Garroting the pet too. Got the cleave Garrote on it. Kick onto the pet. Just leaving Corbrax dotted with a wall. The man is melting. Does get himself a port. He needs to close the gap and get a play. Crew's avoiding the pet, avoiding the warlock as best as humanly possible. Getting some attacks here and there. Mortal Coil left in. That is going to run the rogue out. Try to see if he can set something up with a shot. Could be a CC. That's going to be a big old burst. Potentially massive hit. Massive soul fire. The rogue does explode. Blind for a second. Man's left with no health. Sippy Cup keeping him barely alive. Does he have the comp points? Gouge really quickly. Needs a stun right now into Corbrax. Does get the stun. Hold on. He might have turned this around. Wait a second. The rogue does take it. Are you kidding me? Oh, but a Shadow or Death kind of closed down with SP. Ending the man's life in just a blink of an eye. My God, that rogue did so good. Rogue, one scoundrel versus a might of hellfire itself stuck into a man called Cobra. Oh, so good. What's up next? Is it going to be Naz? Yeah, sorry for the Hellbars, by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube by any measure. Basically, they broke, so Hellbars look all kinds of wacky. They just don't track well. Right? They don't track well. Fear onto Naz. Does have himself a grippy hand. SP getting kind of lowish on health. Got himself big explosion right now. AMS up to cover for Naz. Trying to see if he can live through all this shadow damage. That's why SP needs something to keep himself alive. Silence onto the death hit for a second. Got himself a cast or two. Trinket to follow immediately. Trinket also for Naz as well. Speed catching up. Quite a lot of healing right now. The Naz with a cheat death as he pops IBF. Naz is the one on the back foot, but SP still super low. Trying to avoid the execution by the Holy Death Knight. And Naz just needs a few more globals. Does get himself a kick onto SP, locking him out. I think of Shadow. Quick Fear as he goes in for a blind. The blind does not connect, but the Fear definitely does. AMS up for Naz. Last second gives him just a little bit of health to work with. Needs to pick up some health. That or just do some damage. Needs to find him way some kind of a victory here. Trying to go for a kick. Does actually get a kick onto SP. Naz though left with no health whatsoever, and a couple of Shadow where Deaths do end up taking him with SP at no health whatsoever. Does end up recovering bit by bit. Bunch of tentacles behind that pillar. Who's up next? Killa is up next as a Frosty Mage. He's got a target on his back, man. He's ready for this. What is your set? That is, I guess, for some reason I looked at your pants and I thought, are these from War Within? They kind of sort of look like War Within pants from one of the Arathi sets, but no, that's not why. But that is why I got confused. Oh, try to go see if we go for a big snow drift. Big stun. SP is gonna go for a quick disperse as it is a ray of frost on the guy, avoiding all of this damage with a big defensive. Has to completely layer it all out, but the next disperse is not gonna be back up before Killa get himself another big shadow combo with Ray. But maybe be looking at a block right here. Actually, so much damage out of SP. This guy being a shadow priest, he's just trying to see if he can maximize damage, even attacking the elemental just to get himself a little bit more resources. While he's got the procs, he's benefiting from these flays, man. The quick flays that do a ton of damage. When you see this man doing the big insanity flay, that's how you know he's just absolutely popping off. Killa left with not a lot of health to really work with. Got himself an invisible with an ultra. There's going to be silence for a second. SP trying to see if he can do the big beam, big channel on the guy. Let's just try to see if he can get around the corner. Brent does not connect with the Brent, but the Fear does end up connecting. Got him some big eruptions to follow. PI and everything. Killa needs to steal the PI or go for another block instead. Keep yourself healthy, keep yourself safe. I hate how in block you don't freeze anymore. You just got to move. You like wiggle while in an ice block. I feel like if you wiggle in an ice block, aren't you just creating friction to like break the ice? or whatever. Beta tomorrow. I'm thinking plus, yeah. I'm thinking beta tomorrow. How you doing, by the way? Hope you're having a good one. Tonic sleep schedule. I feel that. I feel that. That's gonna be SP. Oh! I don't even know what happened. I looked away in the chat and responded to a boy. And then that happened. Cyrus is gonna be up next. A Frosty Death Knight, grippy hand in hand at SP. Try to see if you can escape him. As a Shadow Priest, you don't have that much mobility to work with, but you have just enough to get away from a Death Knight. That is where, like, you know how some classes have a lot of mobility and others don't? Shadow Priest is one of those classes that's very, very lacking on mobility. Very lacking on mobility. But, however, he can get away from a Death Knight at the very least. Wait until they get a horse, dude. Just wait until they get the horse. That is the thing to wait for. Wait until they get the horse. It's gonna be big eruptions left and right. Cyrus trying to see if he can avoid it. Does end up going for a trick and still getting horrified out. AMS to cover him for just a second. Got him some full burst available SP. Maybe looking for defenses here potentially. This is a lot of damage out of the Frosted Death Knight. Big stun. Mad damage to Cyrus. Oh my god. The Flay Insanities are enough to drain the guy. Quick fear onto Arch as he got himself Lichborn. Grippy hand available for 1 DK into the next. Actually, we got, what, 3 Death Knights? I'm okay with that, actually. Normally, we're like, you know what? Not too many of one class, but I think Death Knights are fine. So can be fine. Our trade got himself fully rooted. His army completely stomped in his place. SP trying to get away. Does end up juking a kick. I don't know. He looks like he does have a precog, but he doesn't use the precognition buff from his gear to respond back to Arch. Instead, he's actually taking quite a bit of damage. The diseases together with all these pets are starting to really stack up. Stun onto SP, maybe looking to disperse potentially. Fear onto Arch, does not have a Lichborn to break out of it. SP got himself full lost PI and everything available. Arch needs to find a way to avoid this big stun into a reflect. Or Shadow Priest got buffed by quite a bit, huh? Holy 5? Oh my god. He's not even playing like big void eruption. He's just playing like the big instant, non-periodic damage buff. Interesting. Interesting. All right. Well, let's get us another one going with that one, boys, yeah? That was the Shatter Priest damage buff, dude. That Shatter Priest damage buff that was on the beta. What is it? 50% buff to Mind Flay, 50% buff to Mind Spike, making those insanity mechanics even better. That one easily carried over onto Live Realms, didn't it? My god, I gotta look at that again. I feel like he just gotta vacuum the life out of these people really, really quickly. Let's go again.